Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, guys. Aljamain Sterling is fighting Brian Ortega for UFC China. Now, in my opinion, this is definitely 100% the people's main event. The only reason why Johnny Walker versus Zhang Mingyang is the main event is because Zhang is a Chinese fighter, and that's basically the only reason. Now, it has been a long while since Aljo last fought. He last fought Movsar Evloev and got absolutely destroyed. On the other hand, we have Brian Ortega, who has not won a fight since what it feels like forever. More than anything, I believe, this is the final step for Brian Ortega to retirement. Basically, you know, if Aljamain Sterling loses this, obviously retire. Obviously, like it's like he shouldn't even compete in MMA, in combat sports. That's it. If he loses, but if he wins this fight, then I do believe that he will need just one more win to get a title shot in featherweight. I believe. Both neither of them made weight for the featherweight division, so this is technically a catchweight fight. But I'm actually quite surprised. Like how did Aljo not make a featherweight weight? Like it's kind of stupid. Like he is the former bantamweight former bantamweight champion, and he has defended his bantamweight title 3 times. So why why can't he even make a weight cut for featherweight? And it's kind of insane. On the other hand, we have Brian Ortega. This guy, he has been around for a long while, and he has never ever became champion. He has a few title fights, I believe, against Max Holloway when Max was a champ. And right now, I believe Brian can never ever become a champion. The way he got destroyed by Diego Lopez, he just proved that like he cannot compete at that high level. And as far as the odds goes, I do believe it. I feel like the odds are pretty fair. Brian Ortega is the underdog in this fight, and understandably so, because Aljamain Sterling, and one thing you have to keep in mind that if we think about Merab, who is Aljamain Sterling's like best friend and like probably the closest training partner, Merab, we have seen how good Merab looks in his recent fights, and Merab says that Aljamain Sterling beats him in sparring any day, every day. And I know we should not believe in sparring stories or like gym stories, because those are usually pretty wrong. But right now, I feel like it is pretty accurate, because if Merab is improving, I apologize. If Merab is improving, then Aljo is all obviously improving. I believe that, and I hope you guys understand where I'm coming, where my opinion of that is coming from. Now, how this fight will go, I do believe that Aljamain Sterling might just get the finish. He might just get a submission pretty quick into the fight. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. But the striking of Brian Ortega, this is something that everyone should always be concerned about, because Aljamain Sterling, he got caught against Sean O'Malley, and that, I know it doesn't say a lot, but Sean O'Malley could knock out Chito Vera in the rematch. So you have to think about that. So I honestly think that Aljamain Sterling does not have great defensive work. As far as striking goes, he has high takedown defense and high level grappling, since he did submit Peter Yan. But as far as striking goes, I think Brian Ortega is above him. Now, another fight we have on this card is Sergei Pavlovich versus the number 6th ranked heavyweight. Now, Sergey is obviously gonna win this fight. It's not even a question. It's not even up for debate. Sergey is, I personally believe, the scariest heavyweight other than Thomas Pinal. Cyril Gane is shit, absolute shit. He has zero aura. He loses to every high level opponent. He obviously lost to Volkov. He got submitted by John. He lost to Ngannou. He's just a stupid guy, and he obviously does not deserve to fight Thomas Pinal. The only reason why UFC are making that fight is because Tom already beat Volkov once, and Volkov did not duck Thomas Pinal, unlike how Cyril Gane did. So that's basically the only reason why they're even making this fight. Now, I do believe that after after Volkov beats Almeida, he is obviously the most deserving contender to fight Aspinall next. I really appreciate him being so active as a heavyweight, and Tom is obviously gonna destroy Cyril Gunn, so that will be very fun and satisfying to see. Tom did say that he will remove Cyril Gunn's name from the heavyweight title picture forever, once and for all. It's not once and for all, but forever. Because he already lost 2 title fights. So, anyways, more than that, I do believe that the future of the heavyweight division is pretty fire, because we have Tom already defended his undisputed, it is technically undisputed since John Jones is an absolute ducking idiot. So he already defended his belt against Curtis Blades, then Cyril Gunn, then Volkov, then obviously Sergei. After that, Derek Lewis, Almeida, and whatever. Like there are, I do believe like heavyweights are actually coming back. Ever since John Jones left the company, heavyweights are actually growing as far as contenders and huge fights goes, because and I do believe that a lot of other fighters like Alex Pereira should definitely transition to heavyweight sooner rather than later, because the heavyweight division, it used to lag, but I think it is definitely getting better over time. Anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on this. You guys make sure to let me know what you guys think, and inshallah I will see you guys. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.